A beautiful Southeast Asian country, the Philippines. There are successful reconstructed cases here as well. The World Bank forecasted 6.4% growth for the Philippines this year and 6.2% for 2017. It is expected to become the fastest-growing country in the Asia-Pacific region. However, people in rural areas still suffer from extreme poverty. 1 hour drive from Manila is a village called Balincaguing. It's located on the island of Luzon, and it's well known as a remote area with barely any government benefits. But a wind of change is blowing here as well. People go about their daily activities in peace, and their faces are bright. What changes have taken place here? The first noticeable change is the greenhouses. They are not common in the Philippines because of its tropical climate. What's growing inside this greenhouse? Evelyn was the first to build a greenhouse in this village. She comes here several times a day to take care of her vegetables. She skillfully removes withered leaves. She's currently growing cucumbers, and they're growing well. On the other side of the greenhouse are cabbages. But why is she growing such common vegetables inside a greenhouse?
This is a Philippine cabbage, usually grown in Baguio. The temperature in Baguio is 20 degrees Celsius. But here in Balincaguing, the temperature I was recorded during summer, 40 degrees Celsius. But still grown because of the greenhouse, and then we use the misty bulb.
Thanks to the temperature control of greenhouses, high-value crops can be grown inside to give a steady yield. Greenhouses have brought significant changes to this village. Balin-Kaguing is one of reconstructed's model villages, and the movement has taken root systematically.
새마을 시범마을로 선정되면서 5개년 계획에 의해서 사업을 하고 있습니다. 처음에는 이제 생활 인프라를 구축을 했습니다. 예를 들어서 마을 안길을 포장하고 화장실을 개보수를 하고 음용수 시설을 만들어주고 데이케어 센터, 그다음에 마을 회관 이런 것을 만들어주면서 생활 환경 인프라를 개선을 했습니다. 그리고 이제 올해 4년 차부터는 소득 증대에 중점을 두고 사업을 추진하고 있습니다.
Balin-Kaguing also adopted organic farming as part of the income generation project. It can reduce the cost of chemical fertilizers, and the vegetables can be sold at higher prices.
Melon.
Organic farming was also necessary to save this region's soil. In 1991, Mount Pinatubo on the island erupted. Many people lost their lives, and vast tracts of land were left infertile. This village was no exception. One way to save the soil that had become acidic was organic farming. In the past, villagers couldn't dream of farming and foraged to sustain themselves. But ever since their soil came to life, they could start farming again and dream of becoming rich.
We cannot find the worm. Worm here, this is now ready for harvest.
Before, my children, I find hard to find everyday income. But since we work Since last year, our livelihood is a vegetable farming with the use of organic composting, with the help of the volunteer and the Simon Globalization Foundation with the support and the financial given to us. My children, I send my children to private school now.
At first, people were not familiar with such farming techniques. But when Evelyn's farming proved to be a success, their perspectives changed. They enjoy farming together. And Korean Semaul volunteers are always working beside them.
Okay.
All organic vegetables that need temperature control are grown inside the greenhouse. Local farmers here make their own fertilizers and mix them into soil. They have revived the land and are farming through cooperation. Ma writes, the field's owner is also very happy with her farming.
Cucumber and okra, talong. You know, talong, eggplant. Our organic fertilizers, it comes from our Korean volunteers, the Semaul Foundations. They give us some support like this, like the plant seeds, especially the organic materials.
As organic farming and greenhouses enrich the village, visitors began flooding in to witness the change.
Mag-ano na lang siya, mag-misty na siya. Tumubo itong...
na-amaze nga po kasi parang ang alam ko, bagyo lang tumutubo.
They see everything for themselves and ask questions.
They have
What do they think of this farming technique?
This one is good.
I'm also amazed because they have raised the cabbage here with the use of the greenhouse. So usually we cultivate the plant with our own hands and then just plant the whatever seed we want, and then we wait for the plant to grow. That's it. We have no, just like that. And the pests, the insects are just welcome. They eat that. So that's why we use commercial, what is that? Artificial, commercial insecticide and pesticide. That's the way we do it here.
And
From rags to riches. How did this village look before Semaul Undong movement came? We visited a neighboring village that's hoping to adopt the movement. A minority group called the Aera live in both Ballincaguing and Maloma. Poor housing conditions are visible to the naked eye, and all they can do is collect fruits from the mountains and fish in the river. They live on plain rice from day to day, a bag of rice in the corner of the house. Children find the strangers fascinating. Is it their destiny to live in poverty? Family mealtime, but there isn't a single side dish. All they have is a handful of salt.
Ang kay po antin kanat in lakwa pa gantatin gulay na may ditain pang nalibay anti. Panay bitin bahin anti.
Ballincaguing was not that different just a few years ago. Residents also had to fetch water from the mountain. They believe that changing the environment is vital, and number one priority is set up a pump to get access to water. Before, they had to move according to the water supply. But now, with a water pump, they can settle down in one place. It's changed the lifestyle of an entire ethnic group.
Ang pagkakaiba, doon malayo. Dito malapit na sa amin. Kasi doon malayo pa. That is my house, madam. But the other pumping is
Very
far. So,
Ngayon,
mas maganda ngayon, madam, kasi nga malapit dito yung pumping sa amin. At saka, ang tubig niya, masarap. The other one, no. Not good, the water.
물이 있기 때문에 애들 보건위생이 굉장히 좋아집니다. 매일 샤워할 수 있고 빨래를 할 수 있고 또 음식하는데 물의 제한을 받지 않고 옛날에는 물을 먼 것을 길러서 씁니다. 빨래, 먹는 거, 설거지 다 길러서 쓰다 보니까 애들이 피곤하고 지치고 아녀자들 몫이니까 힘들고 물을 또 많이 못 가져오니까 굉장히 씻는 것도 어렵고 했는데 지금은 원하면 하루에 몇 번이라도 씻을 수 있습니다. 물은 무제한 공급되기 때문에. 그래서 이들의 생활이 물 하나 공급으로 인해서 모든 것이 다 해결이 되었어요.
After improving the village's conditions and adopting new farming techniques, the residents even launched various education programs. This is their first time learning about sewing. After learning the skills, they will make various everyday products and sell them at the market.
Good afternoon. Hello. I 25,016.
They make the products together and share the profits. Evelyn packs the items they will sell. Their garments are quite popular at the market.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Kind of our doings. We will put GB as one of our sale, our name.
Their products were acknowledged for their high quality and contributes to increasing the village's income.
Proper.
By far, the English class is the most popular educational program. English is an official language in the Philippines, but many residents here can't speak English as they couldn't afford to go to school when they were growing up.
So, any question about...
Being unable to speak English naturally cut them off from other regions and better opportunities in the outside world. But they are never too old to start studying. Classes are fun and filled with presentations. But there's another reason they're studying English.
Our job, ma'am, is a simple life and farming, ma'am. And I teach my children, ma'am, to learn and talk in English.
They study hard because they want to educate their children.
How about you, ma'am? Can you give me a sample?
영어는 필리핀의 공용어입니다. 그렇지만 그들의 의사소통은 이 지역 언어인 일루카노나 따갈로그를 사용합니다. 그래서 자기들이 영어를 할 수 없기 때문에 자기들 언어만 사용하는 끼리끼리 문화가 형성이 되어 있어서 의사소통을 위해서 시작하게 되었습니다.
The teacher is an English major who grew up in this town. She volunteered to teach for the villagers, and the rewards are immeasurable.
You learn how to teach them because I know that they will learn from me, and I know that someday they will use what I learned and what I teach to them. Before, we don't have enough financial to go to school, but now I am blessed because I can go to school, unlike them that they don't have enough money to support their studies.
Children are eating mangoes picked from the trees, carefree and bright. They are the reason the adults choose change. Evelyn invited the filming crew to her house. She says she has something to show us.
I have the picture where I graduated from University last year, and in Andong. This is my picture as I graduated a 3-week seminar in Kyungwon University, and this is my certification of completion as a 3-week seminar in Andong.
She attended a seminar in Korea on an invitation from the Seoul Globalization Foundation and became the Seoul Undong leader of the village. She was greatly inspired by her experiences in Korea.
Unlike in Balincaguing, only 1 unit of greenhouse and 4 units of net house as of now. So, with regards to that, I am very much interested in how the Korean people, the income generation higher, and then I would I want to follow what the Seoul Globalization Foundation teach us in order to for us to increase our income, and not only for this time but for our next generation, especially for our children.
She saw Seoul Undong's potential and gave it a try, and her life became rich and future-oriented. Evelyn and her relatives always eat dinner together. They couldn't even imagine having this much food in the past. In a way, Seoul Undong was a turning point in their lives. Next day, Evelyn heads to the market with her older children. She sells homegrown vegetables and handmade products at her stand here. This is another change that farming has brought in her life.
After 15 minutes. Okay. Bye.
She receives an order. She actually has many regular customers. Her vegetables are fresh because she grows them at home and harvests them each morning.
Hello.
A vendor from nearby is here to collect her order.
60 pesos. I'm going to the burger stand where they ordered 5 kilos of cucumber. Here. My regular customer, they use this my cucumber in the sandwiches. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Your order, eye operation? They say, kumusta?
Why do people buy vegetables from Evelyn?
Get well soon.
5 kilos, ate, every day. 5 kilos or more than 5 kilos every day. Ate, we deliver that 5 kilos every day. In market, very small, expensive than ate. We have a discount for ate.
That afternoon, residents gather at the village hall. Evelyn is here as well. Like her, locals often come here after tending to their fields and share their knowledge and hold a discussion. Today, they decide to review their performance in organic farming That's the main agenda of the village.
We can do that. There was a suggestion.
It's been 4 years since they adopted Semaul Undong, and they have done a good job at developing self-reliance. They will be able to achieve sustainable growth, and this has caught the attention of the city government.
Farming and agricultural areas po. Farming and fishing ang primary commodity po ng San Felipe.
No longer standing idly by and watching poverty, developing a can-do spirit, Semaul Undong is providing an answer to world poverty based on the belief that cooperation is the greatest power we have. Korea is sharing its experiences, its ideas to create a world without poverty. It's time to take a look at how the world is learning from it.